but being a data scientist at LinkedIn was in some ways a bit of a shocker for me.
I want to hear more about your experience at LinkedIn. Obviously, you were there for a while. And one thing you'd mentioned earlier is that we talked extensively about the barriers of entry for breaking into the tech field in general. Is there anything you learned about while at LinkedIn that can help with those barriers? I mean, I think LinkedIn, for the most part, is one of the things that does break down some of those barriers. You know, I can send a message to almost anyone. One, how did you experience that product as someone working on it? And two, how did you experience the data science work as well?
So I think I historically have not used LinkedIn particularly well. And I learned a lot about it from working there. And, I think I used to approach LinkedIn as kind of this, I wasn't going there very frequently. I would mostly use LinkedIn around the times when I was, exploring, getting a new job. I think a lot of people do this, right?
Yeah.
But that's a totally an okay way to, like, an acceptable way to use LinkedIn. It's just not the most powerful way to use LinkedIn is what I've discovered. I'll go into that a little bit. But being a data scientist at LinkedIn was, in some ways, a bit of a shocker for me because, I'd been working with data for a while at this point, but not at the scale that LinkedIn does. To give you some context, LinkedIn's so massive that there's 700 million people, and the number of things getting recorded every minute or every hour in the databases is very large. So, there are it's just simple actions, like someone clicked on something, someone reacted to something, someone posted something, someone DM'd somebody. There's so much activity going on in the platform that even your simple queries like select count a star, like count a star on some of the tables was a prohibitively expensive function to run because it's got 15, 20 years worth of activity data from the platform. So I had to quickly learn how to use some new tools to handle that scale. And for me, that was Apache Spark, which is now quickly becoming the industry standard for dealing with large compute problems in memory. And they also used a Hadoop file system, which was something that I hadn't worked with before. Again, pretty simple to figure out after a few days or weeks of working with it, but also something new. I think what was the biggest difference for me going into LinkedIn was being a part of a data science team of 300 plus. That was new. I was, before I was in the industry, it was just me studying data science stuff on the side. And when I was at Lime, there were people, but I think you could count on your two hands how many people worked on data. At LinkedIn, it was so massive that, not only was it massive, I was kind of shocked at just the level of talent and competency within the team at LinkedIn. And it gave me, I think 2 weeks into my gig there, I thought back and say, yep, no wonder I didn't get a job the last 4 times I tried, I was definitely not ready to be in this group of people. And I even questioned, for a long time at LinkedIn, I even questioned whether I belonged amongst the best and brightest there, because that's literally what, you're not just talking about average data scientists, man. The data scientists at LinkedIn have built the experimentation platform for Microsoft Bing and these massive projects. They've literally invented their own methodologies for doing things, and they've open sourced it, and they're just super accomplished. And going in as somebody who's got maybe some of that stuff in their future is it can be a little intimidating.